Hey everybody, and welcome to The Whole Package by Premier Packaging. I'm Billy Watkins, and today's guest is Justin Cockerham. Justin,
hey,
welcome. How are you?
Doing good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. I don't set these up, so it's just I just show up and
Yeah. Well, thank you all for having me.
whoever's at the table I start talking to. You are our Junior Business Analyst.
Yes.
Here at Premier.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about your background. You're from E-Town. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
Elizabethtown.
Yeah.
I'm local.
Whichever
I say
you prefer.
E-Town.
Yeah, I say E-Town.
What was that like?
So I've lived there almost all my life. I attended Elizabethtown High School, where I not only developed my love for technology, but for singing. I was in choir from like middle school all the way through high school, and also running track, just running in general. I ran track in high school, keeping up with the.
You actually did it for track. You didn't just, you weren't just running for fun.
Yeah. So, and then from there, briefly went to college. I'll say briefly, I quit. So, which it's fine. It's no big deal.
You find your path, and,
yeah.
and here you are.
Yeah.
So I think it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the singing. You want to belt something out for us, or is that? I don't want to put you on the spot. No. What kind of?
I could maybe
at the end.
Yeah.
We'll, if we had a better theme song, with words,
we can work something out.
We'll work something out. So in high school, you started repairing and maintaining computers, and for a company. It was a job, I guess, through high school. What was that like? What were you?
So it was a really great experience for me. It started off as an internship through the school, and I would work there for part of the day every day. And after, I would go there during the day and then come back to school. And then if I didn't have practice or anything going on, I would actually go back and finish up until 6. And it was a great experience for me. I repaired computers and was actually on the phone with different customers that we serviced. And I even, this was a fun experience, we ran like category cables, like network cables in different buildings. And it was a fun experience.
This is a wonderful idea. Is it, you were free labor for this company, or did you get paid?
I got paid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got paid.
Well, that's even better.
Yeah.
For
It didn't start off that way, but once.
Eventually they.
Yeah. I had to prove my word.
And did you stay there a little after high school?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. That's a wonderful job. I was an intern at a video production company.
Nice.
And kind of did, which maybe that's why I'm doing this now. I don't know. You never know.
Hey.
So are you one of those guys that you've always been technologically adept, or have you had to work at it?
Yeah, sort of. And I didn't really realize it up until high school. There was a new computer class that came out my junior year of high school, and I was like, what the heck, I'll try it out. And once I actually attended it and was learning things, I'm like, I found my calling. This is great. So I just kind of stuck with it. So yeah.
Are you a PC guy or an Apple guy?
Definitely a PC. I know nothing about it.
I
know a few things, but I'm not certified in it. I'm
Okay.
certified with like Windows and stuff. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the Apples, they're supposed to be so intuitive. You don't know.
They
You don't
are.
need to know anything about it.
That is true. Yeah.
But they're not really great business computers. But maybe I don't.
I think it just depends on what the person's doing. Like design.
Right.
Of Apple would probably be
The best,
suitable.
yeah.
But if you're just doing regular office work.
And you're doing this in I guess what year would this have been when you first started working on computers?
Let me see. When I was in internship, or 2017.
Okay, not that long ago.
No, not at all.
And computers at that point were already quite advanced. I'm just trying to think back, like when I was a kid. My first computer I ever got was it was an iMac. And it was, at the time, it was the biggest, I think it was the biggest hard drive you could get, and it was 13 gigs.
Wow. That's like the
and
size
I was like,
of
I'll never fill this up. And,
That's like the size of an operating system now.
Right,
or even bigger.
Yeah,
But,
phones are, 10 times that, 100 times that, I don't know. They're huge. So you've been at Premier now for 3 years, right? How'd you get here from?
Well, I just had a recruiter. They reached out to me while I was at my last job, and I was a little skeptical at first because I was like, manufacturing company, like what is that, you know? And I don't know, got my interviews, and I got to know my boss at the time, Corey Taylor, and then Mike King, who's now CIO. He was the IT director at the time. But I don't know, I really enjoy the pace, the environment, the people that I've met here. It's the best job I've ever worked
And of course,
for, really.
coming into it, you had not that you needed to, but you had probably no knowledge of packaging or what.
I didn't. All I knew about this company was we made boxes.
Right.
Yeah, that's all.
Do you feel like you've learned kind of a little more along the way in terms of what we actually provide for customers?
Yes, most definitely. Especially going into the role that I'm in now, I do a lot of process mapping and interviews with different employees within the company, and just try to figure out what they do and understand their processes. And from there, we just try to figure out what needs to be done.
Tell me exactly what it is you do here. That's what you ask. No, I'm kidding. I'm saying that's what you ask people. But before you worked as a help desk specialist, you were doing application support, computer support. Basically, if something went wrong, you would get that call or that message. So was there pressure there?
I wouldn't say pressure. At times it can get a little tedious. It really depends on the issue and the people that you're dealing with. Yeah. For me, you as a help desk technician, you want to make sure that you're understanding what the user requires and what problem that they're having. Even if you don't understand it with the ticket, I always try to call them and say, hey, can I remote into your computer? You show me, like, replicate this issue so I can understand it better. And from there, sometimes it's just tribal knowledge. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I know exactly what this is. Give me a moment. Other times I'm like, okay, hang on. I need to Google search this. I don't have all the right answers. Google's your best friend.
For sure.
So I'll Google something. Once I find a solution, I'll test it out, and
What do you think? I mean, what was the average time for you to solve something, or what do you recall? Like maybe what the worst problem you ever ran into that you had to fix? Not to put you on the spot.
I can't think of anything at the top of my head. I would say probably the average, though, I'd say maybe 15 to 20 minutes. Yeah. No more than a half hour for each issue. So.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad. But with most problems with computers, is it true that the 99% of the time the fix is just turning it on or turning it off and turning it back on?
I wish that was the case. I so wish
that
were
the case.
It's not. Now sometimes, so say for instance, like your Outlook you're having issues opening it. It might have just applied updates and it hasn't went through yet. So it's just a simple reboot of the computer. Right. Make it work and you're there. But other times it's a lot more in depth and it requires a lot more research. So
I'm thinking now. I know you're not at the help desk anymore. I've got a couple of things off the top of my head, and maybe this is for a reason. Management may have decided to do this for a reason, but my ID badge doesn't work on the doors anymore. Do you think you can fix that for me?
I could, but you need to put in a ticket.
Oh, okay. I got to go through the the proper channels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
because maybe I'm not. I might not be allowed in. Since April, as I said, you've been working for Premier as a junior business analyst. What exactly does that entail?
So that entails us understanding the processes of different employees or organizational units as a whole, and based on our findings, we will try and figure out how we can improve upon these processes, whether it be we improve upon what we already have in-house, or we go out and try and find a new solution. Right. And that a lot of times that is a technology-based solution. And so once we gather our requirements and our understanding of how an organizational unit works, a lot of times I will document it. That's me probably, if, for example, if I was interviewing you for your role, I would just write it out, and then I'll put it in the flow chart, for a visual aid to go along with it as well. And from there, we're able to say, okay, maybe we can do this differently, maybe we can do that. And we'll go back to you guys and we're like, here's our findings. We can do this or this. And once we come to an agreement on what needs to be done, a lot of times we work with our IT department, and you guys work with like Salesforce or Advancedware, of course.
Yep.
And we will try to figure out how we can make your life easier working with the IT department. So whether we can put out a fix or an update, just to make life easier. And then we'll check back and say, hey, is this okay? What other requirements do you need? And so we're not only responsible for gathering requirements and understanding what you guys do, but also implementing the final
solutions. Yeah.
Yes.
And in your time here, the 3 years that you've been here, do you see that we are moving in the right direction with, leveraging technology to help everyone? Have you seen?
I do think so. Of course, good things take time.
Yeah.
But I do think we are moving in the right direction.
It's I'm sure a challenge because we're all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of what we do is similar, but there's a lot of groups that do
Yes.
different stuff. So it's kind of, you can't have just one solution for everybody, I would imagine.
Right.
Yeah. What do you think about this whole AI debate? Chatbots writing term papers, and what's happening?
Honestly, okay, I don't know a whole lot about that myself. What I've seen is just in the media and things. I'm sure it has its pros and cons. I don't know all the details about that per se. I will say personally, I do think it will lack creativity amongst certain individuals, especially like artists and writers and stuff. But with that being said, I think we should pull out ChatGPT and ask them what they think about AI.
Yes.
And
see what they say.
See what they say. Yeah.
Ask them what they think about the podcast.
Yeah.
'Cause I would like to know that as well. I'm kind of of the belief that it's not going to be long. We're going to be obsolete. I'm thinking Terminator kind of just world-ending. I'm not really, but it could happen. Who knows? I mean, look, 10 years ago, I don't think anybody was even talking or considering this, right?
That's true, yeah.
And here we are. What excites you the most about where technology is headed in general?
I think the most exciting thing is how it could benefit organizations and just specific groups of people. So whether it be, of course, our manufacturing industry, hospitals, and then I'm just saying people with disabilities, deaf, they're mute. I think I'm excited to see all the different new and arriving technologies and how it will benefit those factors.
Yeah, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Equalize the playing field a little bit for a lot of folks. Do you have what's your favorite use of technology? What do you find yourself? Are you a gamer or what?
Well, I am a gamer.
Are you?
Yeah, probably too much of a gamer, but yeah.
After hours, work hours,
yeah.
right? Yeah. What do you play? What can we even say that? What system are you using?
Yeah. So right now it's PS5, Nintendo Switch. You probably don't know what those are. I don't know. Maybe.
What the hell what does that mean? No. Yes, I'm still. I have an Atari at home and love it. No, this one Christmas party. Years ago, probably when they first, I guess would have been the first year they came out. I won in a drawing a Nintendo Switch.
Nice.
And I carry it because I travel all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I keep it in my book bag and play it occasionally.
It is nice.
I don't play anything where I get online because I'm not very good, and if I don't play anything where I'm online and being beat up or shot by 12-year-olds in Thailand or something, because I just I'm not very good at that sort of thing. Yeah. So your PS5 and Switch, and that's your way to go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you. And you assumed I had no idea what those were.
I don't know. I just
It's all right. It's all right. I feel. No, I'll feel old the rest of the day, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Justin. This isn't even on my notes, but a little bird told me about an IT outing for Premiere karaoke was involved. You sing, so did you participate?
I did, yes, and it was like a little contest. So the first time we showed up at the bar, and they were like, "Oh, you can, if you want to, you can sing, and if you make it, you can go on to the next round." And I sung Luther Vandross, "Never Too Much," and
Very nice.
they were like, "Yeah, we'll have you on the next round." So that was just with the IT group. The next time, so I told Mike King about it and everything. And I show up and I'm like, here's John and Jill Gaynor and like all these people. I'm like,
big audience.
yeah, I'm like, you didn't tell me they were going to show
Everybody was
up.
gonna
Yeah,
be
and
here.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what is this? So, anyway, I was required to sing 2 songs. One was "Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word" by Elton John.
Okay.
And the other one was "What's Love Got to Do It" by the late and great Miss Tina Turner.
What a wonderful tribute.
Yeah, and it was great. But I should have placed. I didn't even place. I think the people that did place, they were like favorites. You know, they might have been locals.
How do
or
you?
something.
But is there that we have that deep a pool of good singing talent in the IT department?
You're looking at them.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Does Mike King sing? Does he have a good voice?
No, but if he does, we need to do a collab ASAP.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I see a part 2 of this thing coming. I like it. Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun. I would love to put you on the spot and make you sing, but I'm a nice
do
guy.
it.
I'm a
Yeah.
nice guy. I'm not going to do
Let's
that.
Let's do it.
Well, I'm not singing with you.
Oh, no, I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have something in particular you'd like to?
I could. Yeah.
I mean, should we do? Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
hey, the floor is yours.
Okay.
The mic is in front of you.
I'll just sing like a quick.
Something.
Yeah.
I'm excited. All right, here we go.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
Feeling good.
Yeah.
Oh my lord. Can we do that? Oh my gosh, that's the first bit of song we've ever had on this podcast. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Well done on the spot. I'm impressed. Thank you very much, Justin. Good talking to you, sir. And thank you all for joining. Until next time, this is Billy Watkins with the Whole Package by Premier Packaging.
Do you have comments, questions, or ideas about this topic? If so, we'd like to hear from you. Please visit primpack.com/podcast to let us know what you think. Thanks.